Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a lovely week. For all those of you who have finished work for Christmas, I'm very jealous. Some of us are still going. It's been a very long day today, but I'm glad to be here to be crafting. I've got a really easy project that I'm going to share with you. I'm also going to share some of the gorgeous Christmas cards that I've received. So it'll be a little bit shorter one tonight, but I hope you still like it. So let's just jump straight to it. Do you know what? I'm going to start off with some of the Christmas cards that I've received because they are beautiful. And this is just some of them. This is not all of them, but I will share pictures of them and put them onto the Facebook page. So I got this one here, which these are all the ones that have been handmade for me, I should point out. But this one I love. It's obviously got the sweet sorbet, which is one of the in colours, and just the festive. In fact, I've got that stamp set sitting on my desk somewhere. Yeah, that's the Joyful Flurry one that we use for the tags, remember? And that's just a beautiful, beautiful card that I got given by, if I recall correctly, yes, Linda Slinger, one of my lovely friends. Hey Karen, glad you could join us. I'm just showing off some of my Christmas cards before I get started. So this one, I just got this today. So that is from Karen, and with absolutely beautiful. I love the gold embossing on there. So that's perfect timing, isn't it? Beautiful, and the use of colour on the background. Lovely card, lovely card. I've got this gnome one, which is from, just double checking, this is from one of my friends, Sandra. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's why I want to show you this one. At first I thought, what's happened to its legs? Why it's all the way over here? They swing from side to side. So she's put, I think it's just a penny that you've put in, that she's put in the back. But it's really cool. So they swing. Isn't that gorgeous? And then using the papers that went with that particular stamp set. Then I have one here. Now I think this was this was from Susan, one of my lovely team members. So we've got some Stampin' Up dies that she's used here. And she's used some other bits and pieces too. But it's a beautiful card. I've got another one of the gnome ones. Now this is, so that's from my lovely friend Debbie, who sometimes watches live, so she might pop on at some point. But I love this one again. She's stamped the gnomes and coloured them in with the blends. I can tell that's her beautiful colouring in. And just with the layers and the embossed background, a lot of love and care went into that card. It's beautiful. This one here was, again, another gorgeous card by one of my friends, the lovely Julie, who again sometimes watches. I love what she's done here with the glitter and the pearlescent. And then this is, you can't tell, but this is fabric that's been cut out with a die, I believe. And then the little felt berries on the front as well. So again, a really classy Christmas card. And then this one I got yesterday. This was my mum made this Christmas card. And again, I love the embossing down the side here. She's done stamping and blending, heat embossing on this bit here. But then what's really cool, now actually I'm going to take it off camera to put it back together again, because I had flipped it around, but let's see. So yeah, so you have the card like this, which then opens up and you've got the sentiment in there and the writing, but then it says, please turn over, and this bit comes out and you flip it out and then poke it back in again. And the smart ones will have spotted the calendar, and the tag, it's got a little heart on it as well, but that's what you hang it up by. So you've got this calendar to enjoy all year round. And she's used the new papers from the spring summer catalogue. You see the pearlescent bits shining on that. They're really cool. Hey, Ali. Right. So those are the cards that I've got that I wanted to share with you today. Thank you everybody who sent me a card. And for those who sent me a card that haven't seen it here today, don't worry, it's probably here somewhere and I will put them all online. But the cards I want to show to you today, so it's using these dies. So these are the spruced up outline dies. And these dies are really quite cool because normally our dies, they cut out the shape, and often it has the Facebook, it has the stamp that coordinates with the shape, which these ones do. But if you look at the outline of it, so try and do that. The cutting part is both the inner part and the outer part. So when you cut these, I'm going to show you what you get. You get something that looks a bit like this, but you can pop it away and see you get both the inner shape and the outline. So what I've got, and I've done some prep beforehand, I've taken half a sheet of A4, which I've cut, folded, and then I've just put a panel along the front. You see that's just a little bit off white. That's actually the text, it's the snowy white, it's almost like velvet sheets that we've got. So I've just stuck them on there. I have done some prep in advance. I know I don't always, but I have for these ones. And I have cut out, so I've done 2 of the large trees. And I've done 2 of the small trees. Now the papers here, you may be going, what papers has she cut them out of? These are the rainbow glimmer sheets, which I will confess were actually in last year's annual catalogue. So they're not around at the moment, sorry. But they're still too cute. They're too cute not to use. So I've been using them up. But I'm going to show you an alternative version with stuff that you can buy. So I have cut out all my trees. Remember what I say about intricate dies. Before you use them, you use your adhesive sheets. So there are adhesive sheets on the backs of these. And what I'm going to do before I stick them down, I'm just going to lay them out how I want them. And I'm actually going to have enough for 2 cards here, because I'm going to alternate. Let's see how I want to do this. Actually, I might do that. No, I'll do that purple one here. And then that purple one can go there. That yellow can go here. Then I'm going to have the orange and the green. So I kind of laid it out in advance how I want it to be. And then, you know, I did say this was going to be a really quick and easy one. All you do, once you've cut out your die shapes, and I did that the other night, I just spent a whole evening cutting out loads and loads and loads of these die shapes. Peel off your backing and then stick it onto your card. I'm going to peel these ones off. These ones you need to be a little bit more careful with. Make sure you get the whole thing off. Especially as if, like me, the adhesive sheets were done in bits. For those of you who get one of these cards through the post and think, goodness, did she just make them on the live the other night? No, I made a whole pile of these and put them in the post. So, but then I need more, because there's going to be people that I'm going to see in person, face to face, over Christmas, and I like to have a card for them too. I think our poor Royal Mail's been under enough pressure at the moment. So, oh, you were watching on YouTube, Ali. That's very exciting. I only recently started doing these lives to be here and on YouTube. I say here, I mean Facebook, because obviously they are going live on YouTube at the same time. So hello everybody who's watching on YouTube. I don't see the YouTube comments though. I wonder if I should set things up differently. I might have a play with that in between Christmas and New Year. See if I can arrange to see any YouTube comments that happen during the live. Because at least I get to see the Facebook comments when people chat. Let's see. I'm going to put this one up here, like that. And then finally the parcel. I love these dies. I think they're really striking. I think they're really funky. And when you use them in these sort of bright colours, I think they're just modern. And it's a different twist on a Christmas card. So there you go. Just checking I hadn't done it upside down. That would have been a disaster. So, and as you can see, as I promised you, I've done them in other cards, in other colours as well. So I did a whole stack of these the other day. Really quick and easy to do. Oh, you said hi on YouTube. I didn't ignore you, Ali, I promise. I will work out a way to see the YouTube comments, I promise. Yeah, so you can see these are really colourful, fun and funky Christmas cards that are really easy to do. And although I've done those using the rainbow dies, you can see I've also done some using the gold and the silver metallics as well. So this one, obviously these are using the baubles rather than the Christmas trees. These ones here I did the Christmas trees. I didn't do the parcels. I kind of spaced them out a bit further. But these ones I used the baubles and the snowflakes to make them a wee bit more interesting. So tell me, which is your preference? Do you like the gold and silver? Or do you like the coloured glitter? I'd be really interested to know which is your favourite. while you're voting, stick your votes in the comments. I am going to finish them off because I think having the cards just like this is nice, but they do need a sentiment. So using my soft suede, I'm going to use my soft suede for the gold and silver ones because I think it looks very much like gold when you stamp it. And I've got my Merry Christmas stamp. So this is from the Hope and Peace stamp set because I really like this Merry Christmas for this font. And we're going old school. Anybody else remember the Stamparatus? So I was using this earlier, so I've already stamped on the Stamparatus my image. So I'm just going to line this up. Not a Stamparatus. What am I saying? This is a Stamp-A-Majig. This was what we had before the Stamparatus to help you position things. And I do still use it from time to time. It's not as quick and easy to use as the Stamparatus because you've got to line it up every time. But it serves a purpose. And this was just fine. If I'm being perfectly honest, it's what I did because I put all the cards together and I hadn't done the sentiments. I should have done all the sentiments first and then stuck on the die shapes. But I did them round this way and I learned the lesson. So if you do copy this design, what I would recommend is doing the sentiments first and then sticking on your dies. So you like the coloured ones, Ali? You like both, Karen? Yeah? You use your Stamp-A-Majig too? I'm not surprised, Ali. A Stamp-A-Majig thingy, yes. We're having a quieter night tonight, ladies. There's normally a lot more of you that watch. Maybe some are picking things up on the repeat. To everybody who's watching on repeat, on the recorded version and not live, hello to all of you. I know sometimes you say hello because you're watching on the replay, but I love hearing all the comments, especially even the people who have watched on replay rather than watching it live. So please still comment if you watch it and it's not live. Hey Debbie, glad you're here. Yeah, so just finishing off the stamping here with my Stamp-A-Majig. And then I've got a sentiment to put inside as well. So partly because if you do a sentiment inside your card, you don't have to fill up so much of the white space. Let's see. Wishing you the hope and peace of Christ this season. I would be very pleased if this was a peaceful Christmas season. I think too much of us have not had much peace at the moment, so that's what I wish for everyone. Hope and peace in the madness in the days to come. Yeah, the Stamp-A-Majig thingy. It is quite cool. What you would do is you would... Let me just show you again. You can see I've got the stamps that I've stamped on here, but this sheet cleans... Let me just clean it off. Start again, Emma. Don't cut corners. You use your Stampin' Scrub. Just clean this. This is just an acetate sheet that comes with the Stamp-A-Majig. By the way, I think I still have a brand new one in a box, so if anybody's looking for one, get in touch with me and I can sort you out. So, right, so what you get is the tool, so Stamp-A-Majig, and the acetate sheet. And the idea behind it is you put the acetate sheet into the corner of the tool. Then you get your stamp and you put your stamp into the corner of the tool and you slide down. The reason mine's diagonally is because I'm using a block that's probably too small. If I'd used a bigger block, it would be more obvious. And then you line up the sheet with where you want your stamp to be. You put the tool back into place. And you can pull away the sheet and you can do your stamp and it will stamp it exactly where you want it to be. So it is a cool thing. It really is. It helps you position things really well. The Stamparatus is quicker and easier once you've got it all set up. But sometimes this works too. Ooh, that's a good idea, Ali. Yes. Actually, do you know what? We're just going to do that. Let's give that a try. So, use the plastic sheet to stamp the image on first and then place it on top of the cardstock. Right. Let's line this up. Let's get my plastic sheet. The problem with the clear plastic sheet is if you put it down, you can't find it anymore. You're kind of stumped. So let's put that there and then line it up. So then let's do the stamp. I need to get the stamp off the block. Right. Start again. I'm making a right faff of this. Right, no, I've got it. Do you know what? You could just use this with a sheet of acetate. You wouldn't need to have the Stamparatus. So let's put the acetate in. Let's line up. Let's line up my stamp. Let's put the acetate right up and in the corner. Let's line up the stamp. Pick it up. So now I can see, of course, I'm doing this the wrong angle. I should do it round. Because my card opens from the top, I don't want to have the stamp up on the top. That would be really stupid. Let's start again. So, let's clean this off. It's an experiment, isn't it? We're experimenting together and we're working out together how to do this. So, do you know what? Let's put the card all the way in. Let's put the acetate down. Let's pick up the stamp. Am I happy with that being straight? Yes, I am. So then let's stick that down. Ink up my stamp. And let's stamp it on. There we go. That's an awful lot quicker. So now now that I've positioned it where I wanted it to be, and I've got it all aligned, I can just ink it up and stamp it again. The Stamparatus is always going to be quicker than using the Stamp-A-Majig. The Stamp-A-Majig was very cool in the past. Plus, the Stamp-A-Majig is ideal if you've got wood mount stamps. Let's face it, having the tool fat corner on it, it's perfect if you've got stamps that are on wooden blocks. Which, of course, let's forget, for a long time that's what they were. They were all on wooden blocks. But now we have clear mount and we have photopolymer that we can see through. So it makes it a lot easier. There we go. Quick and easy. So let me put that off to one side and close up my ink pad. Not because they dry out, but because I end up putting my arm in it and ending up with brown ink all the way down my arm. Okay, so those are my gold and silver ones along the bottom. So I've got the baubles and the Christmas trees, and then I've got my gold glimmer, not gold, multicoloured glimmer paper ones along the top for fun and funky. All right, sorry this one is just a quick one tonight. Let me come back to you here. Thank you very much for joining me. Thank you for joining me all year. It's been really fun. I'm not going to go live next week because we're in that weird weekend between Christmas and New Year where nobody's entirely sure what day or date it is. I appreciate even tonight a lot of people are possibly busy with lots of festivities. So all I want to say is just have a fabulous time over this holiday season. I wish you all a very happy Christmas and a fabulous 2023. And I hope to spend a large chunk of next year crafting with you and for you and beside you. And yeah, thanks very much. Take care, everyone. Merry Christmas.